Okay, so this question is just telling us to say, deduce which one is a reducing and oxidizing agent in the following reactions. So like I said, I'll have two different reactions here. The first reaction is going to be Cr3 plus, I'll say Cr plus, then I have SN4 plus, I'm going to get Cr3 plus SN2 plus. That is the first equation A. I'll come to the second equation, which is B. I'll say 3Hg2 plus, then we have 2Fe giving us 3Hg plus 2Fe3 plus. So you should always be understanding, I say the rules are saying everything, or rather every element, whenever it is in its natural state, it must have an oxidation number of 0. It must have an oxidation number of 0. For you to identify, to say this is my oxidizing agent, this is my reducing agent, the substance which is increasing in its oxidation number, it is said to be a reducing agent. A substance which is being increased from a lower oxidation number to a bigger oxidation number, that substance is said to be a reducing agent. In short, it becomes the opposite of the other. We said for you to identify, to say this is an oxidation reaction, you must have an increase in oxidation numbers, or you must have a loss in number of electrons, or you must have a gaining of electrons, a gaining of oxygen atoms by that same reaction. But when it comes to the issue of which one is your reducing, which one is your oxidizing, the substance which experiences oxidation reaction has to be your reducing agent. The substance which experiences a reduction has to be your oxidizing agent. I'll start with this one. I'll say Cr plus, I'm having SN4 plus giving me Cr3 plus SN2 plus. So before you even do anything, what you should always be doing, we understand to say these two are the ones that are going to be said to be either oxidizing agent or reducing agent, because these are the ones that experiences oxidation reaction and reduction reaction. For me to easily understand to say what am I supposed to do here, you must always be doing it like this. You have to know what half reactions are going to be here. So the first half reaction has to be between this and that product, meaning that this one is going to form a half reaction with that one. Remember, I just want to have two things. I identify, is this going to be my oxidizing agent or reducing agent? So if you check, we have Cr plus giving us Cr3 plus. Here, no need of you finding the issue of electrons that were gained or what. It's just a matter of you finding the oxidation numbers. The oxidation numbers we are going to get are 1. Like for this one, you have to base your calculations based on the charges you are having. So for this one, the oxidation number for this has to be positive 1, because one of the rules is saying that the charge found on every compound has to be the oxidation number for that same charge. Or in a compound, if that same compound is raised to a certain charge, the total sum of oxidation numbers in that compound must be equal to the charge of that same compound. Here we are going to have positive 1, and there we are going to have positive 3. So if we check, there is an increase in oxidation number from 1 to what? To 3. Meaning that if this type of a reaction is oxidation reaction, this guy which is here has to be said to be a reducing agent. Why are we saying it has to be a reducing agent? For something to reduce, it must lose a certain number of electrons. It has to lose a certain number of electrons. That's why it is said to be a reducing agent. Meaning that the remaining thing I think we can easily identify, because here we are going to have 4 charges, of which the charge here has to be identified like to be what? Our oxidation number, which is going to be positive 4. For this one, it is going to have positive 2. So there is a reduction in oxidation numbers, and this type of a reaction from 4 to 2, it has to be a reduction reaction. Hence, this guy which is here has to be said to be what? An oxidizing agent. So I'll say S and 4 plus, this is an oxidizing agent. Why? It's because for something to be oxidized, a reduction reaction loses oxygen, meaning that it is losing an oxygen to oxidize a certain thing, or it gains a certain amount of electrons. That's how we do identify this to my simple questions. Now we try to look at this. I want to have a help from you now on this same what type of a reaction.